Let's check up. Let's check up. Pull up a chair for the midweek checkup now.
Welcome to the Midweek Checkup. My name is Lindsey Blair, and I'm joined by Gilles. This past Sunday, Pastor Jonah Sage preached from Romans 11, verses 25 through 36.
Jonah said that your life is part of God's story. If you missed the sermon or need help remembering, you're in the right spot, because it's time for the Midweek Checkup.
Jonah began by saying that the humble person knows that their life is a part of God's story. The humble person is not proud of themselves, is willing to connect with others in ways they can understand because they know that they are not the main character. In Paul's day, many thought that the main character was Israel. But Paul is saying there's another group here too. These Gentiles are part of the story, not just Israel, not just Gentiles.
God spotlighted the Jewish people so that the rest of the world, trapped in darkness, could catch a glimpse of the light. Isaiah 9 verse 2 says that people who walk in darkness will see a great light. For those who live in a land of deep darkness, a light will shine. God enlarged the nation of Israel by grafting in the Gentiles. Gentiles do not replace Israel, but are grafted into the people of God.
And so God had the light on Israel for a time, then the Gentiles for a time, so that each in our own way could see our lives are wrapped up in God's story. Remember, Paul is striving to unify this church. The larger story all of us are wrapped in is the story of God's mercy. Your life is a part of God's story. In this story, there is one central figure whose name is Jesus Christ. He arrived helpless, he lived homeless, and he suffered for the hopeless. He took upon himself the disobedience of the world that the world might be set free from sin and come alive to the beauty of God's story and the grand story of God.
Jonah said that when your pain or sin doesn't make sense, we reach out for God's hand. We rest with God there in it, and we rest with each other in it because we know that all of this will one day reveal the beauty of God. Everything is intended for God's glory, including you.
Next week, we'll continue our series called Alive, and in Bible Fellowship, we'll be in Psalm 42 and 43. Join us and bring a friend.